Welcome back everyone. So today we are going to start with de Broglie hypothesis. In my previous videos we have seen that all the theories like photoelectric effect, Compton effect and blackbody radiations all showed that all waves have particle character. But Sir de Broglie said in his hypothesis that particles like you and me, proton, electron, alpha particles, X-ray particles, and every such kind of particles have wave character. His theory was approved by Sir Albert Einstein and later on proved by Davison-Jarmar experiment. So, in exam point of view, when the question comes that state the de Broglie hypothesis, we can write in this way. De Broglie proposed that a wave is always associated with every moving particle like electron and its corresponding wavelength is given by lambda is equals to h by p. So this is the formula, main formula of de Broglie hypothesis, where p is the momentum of material particle and h is Planck's constant. So according to Planck's theory, we know that E is equals to h nu. Now, from the energy momentum relation, this one, E square is equal to P square C square plus M naught square C to the power 4, we can get this formula. How? Let's see. So, E square is equals to P square C square. Since M naught square C to the power 4 is rest mass of a electron, we considered it as 0 here. So, E is equals to Pc is equals to h nu. So, P is equals to h nu by C, and nu by c we can write lambda is c by nu, so we can write p is equals to h by lambda. Thus changing the side we get the formula lambda is equals to h by p. So let's discuss the hypothesis in brief. Sir de Broglie told us that the whole universe is made up of two things. These are mass and energy. More precisely, we can tell that mass, that is particles, and energy, that is radiations. And then he said our nature is symmetrical. So from this statement, he meant to say that if waves can keep particle character and particle can also keep wave character and vice versa. That is, we know that lambda is equals to h by p, this one. So this lambda is equals to h by p is not only for photon particles but also this formula goes for all particles in the nature. But lambda is equals to h by mv is for moving particles. So for photon we cannot write mv here because mass is very small. So you can see how our nature is symmetrical. So and the next point is particles are localized. This one means that let us assume that you are standing or sitting in a position while watching this video. So this place where you are standing or sitting is a definite place in the whole universe. No one else can sit here or stand here because you have occupied this place. So the same condition goes for particles. So that is what means particles are localized. And the last one, is that in our daily life m is, that is mass, is very large. So lambda is too small to be measured. You can imagine that why we cannot see wavelength in our bare eyes. This is the reason, because for example, let us take m mass is equals to 1 kg, then velocity is 10 meter per second. So we get wavelength lambda is equals to h by mv, that is h is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 divided by mass 1 into velocity 10. So we get 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34. You can see this is very small wavelength. You cannot see this wavelength through your VR eyes. Thus we cannot observe wavelength in our daily life. So these are the things given said by Sir de Broglie in his hypothesis, and that's how you can see how he differed his hypothesis from the other theories, that is those of the Compton wavelength, photoelectric effect, and the blackbody radiations. In the introduction video, I have told you that the Planck's theory, the Compton wavelength, and the blackbody radiation theories, all those theories were said old quantum theory, but the Heisenberg uncertainty and the Schrodinger wave equation and Davison-German experiment or said the modern quantum theory. So now you can see why these are called the modern quantum theory, because old quantum theory could not describe some facts hypothetically.